Yeah, I mean, so that just goes to show you, like, a lot of the value that you get out of DVC. I know there's a big investment up front,
Mm-hmm.
of course, especially if you're paying cash. Well, even if you finance, it's a big investment, but, um, you pay those dues, and you're able if you did all studios parts with your 300 points, you could get, what, 12, 15 nights probably if you really worked it,
Oh, sure, easy, yeah.
and you spent over $1,000 on 3 nights
Mm-hmm.
at a moderate.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at all the taxes. That's where they're really whacking you.
Well, that's true.
You got the 319, then you click to pay, and then you're at 375. You're like, whoa.
Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast, a deep dive into all things Disney Vacation Club. We share tips, tricks, and insider info, helping you make the most of your membership. Join us for the latest news, reviews, and interviews with DVC experts and enthusiasts. Whether you're a seasoned DVC member or considering your first contract, this podcast is for you. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Hurley and Gary Aruda.
Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. This is episode 93, recorded in the D. Fauntleroy Recording Studios in Sarasota, Florida, and Cranston, Rhode Island. I'm your host, Mike, in Florida, joined by my cousin and co-host, Gary, up in Rhode Island. Good evening, Gary.
Hi, Pards. How you doing today?
I'm so pissed off right now. I am so pissed off. It started off bad. None of my batteries are charged, so we're probably going to go to that stupid thing where my...
No.
So that's going to be breaking soon. I put my headset on and that thing broke and somehow it snapped. I don't know how a headset from putting it on your fucking head snaps.
Well, you get a big fat head that could do it.
And then I got and then my audio settings just changed. It just changed for some reason. Like Rhodey went in the middle of the night and changed my freaking audio settings, so I couldn't hear you when we're trying to record.
Yeah.
We're just gonna change this. Reiki's recording tomorrow with Rary. I'm so pissed off right now.
I like when you're mad. It makes me happy. It makes me feel better about my life.
I'm always mad.
Pards, I'm going to be down in Disney in 1 week.
Oh.
Just in 8 days from when we record.
Oh, okay. So we got to get ahead.
Well, we'll be okay.
No, we won't, because I have something to throw on you. I may be going on a last-minute cruise.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll just record tomorrow as well.
A week from Sunday.
That's beautiful. That's when I'm leaving.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
How long are you here for?
Just 3 nights.
Oh, 3 nights. Yeah. So when do you get in?
Sunday morning.
Okay.
And then we leave Wednesday night.
What time are you at the resort?
Our flight's at 5 in the morning, so we'll be.
You know what?
We'll be in at 9 o'clock. Yeah.
9, 10, 11. We could grab breakfast on our way up to Port Canaveral.
Oh, that'd be nice. Grab some. Maybe we'll get some brunch at Saratoga at Disney Springs.
Yeah, I'll have to check to see when I have to be there latest time. Yeah. I'm fired up. I'm pissed about everything. My Home Depot delivery never came.
What were you getting from Home Depot?
I was getting stuff to put around the flower beds, like edging, like garden edging.
Oh yeah.
So of course you have to order it because they only have a few in the store. So I ordered the color, everything that I wanted. And it was supposed to be here Wednesday, and sorry, this is getting delayed. We're looking into it. I have no idea. This is one of those where you're never going to get it.
Oh yeah, they're just going to in 3 weeks. They're just going to refund you. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they're just going to cancel it. So that's pissing me off. Everything pissed me off. You know who made me happy today?
What's that?
Arthur D'Alessandro.
Oh, Art, the good doctor.
I saw the Don. He was having a game. He has the Kentucky Derby game.
Oh, jeez. Of course he does.
And it is the dumbest thing because they have like horses. Because Kurt was asking me, we played today, and he was asking me, he goes, "What's that?" And you see, like, it's just a shotgun, and you just see D'Alessandro like all through the sheet. I go, "Oh, that's right. It's his game." So he plays on his cell phone.
I love it.
So he plays that. Everybody's hammered. And last year, Reese was jumping up and down like on a horse. You know, like the horse head that has like just the stick that you put between your legs. They would do the ones that we had over at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, of course. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So you see Reese and a couple other drunk buffoons jumping up and down on one tee while Artie's playing that stupid song. It's like a really dumb public golf course, which is what's so nice about that place, isn't it?
That's about as bad as it gets, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful, but that's about as bad as it gets.
You like that stuff, though, don't you?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Because you don't like the uppity clubs. You like the nonsense.
Oh, of course. You have
where
to
they're
love
all
the
just
nonsense.
degenerates. And he's such a sweetheart, too, because he said something about, he goes, would you have played? I go, Art, I can't afford your games. He goes, it's an $80 buy-in. I'm like, that's fine. If you do that once in a while, like a couple times a year, I have no problem throwing $80 for a buy-in. I said, but I can't play in your four, because he said next year, he said, you're invited, you and your cousin play, blah. We're always looking for good guys to play. I said, but I can't be in your foursome. I said, because you're going to be betting
Side
on
bets all
top of
day
things.
long.
Yeah, I'm like, here's $80. If I win, give me an envelope. If I lose, it's
Whatever.
yours. But
Yeah.
I don't want to, closest to the hole, whoever hits the fairway. I don't want to play any of those.
I don't mind that stuff if it's just a buy-in. Like if it's like when we do the gambling for the member guest and it's $200 to whatever to buy into it, it is what it is. You just pay the $200. I don't want any of that side action.
You're right.
Which is where you stand as well. So I'm glad we're in lockstep on that.
Yeah, a couple of my guys too. I was talking to one of my buddies, and like he's also, because I just stick with the non-gambling guys, and he said I'm playing one time. He said, and I hate to play for money. He goes, I just like to go out and play and have fun. And he said I didn't realize that they were doubling, doing this, doing that. He said I made like a 7-footer. And the guy said, good thing you made that, because you would have been out $180. He's like, I thought we were playing for like, $10 or whatever. Nope.
That's good to tell you after you make the putt.
Because if you know that you have to make that one, you're screwed, aren't you?
Yeah, that's not a good feeling. Not a good feeling.
I can't center this thing too. My camera might get thrown.
Don't touch it. Don't. Oh, all right.
Oh, there we go. We're good.
You're playing with fire there, Parts.
Yeah.
I played golf for the first time in over a year, a week ago.
Oh, how come you didn't tell me about that? We recorded.
I think we recorded before.
Okay.
It was a tournament, and I ended up winning the whole thing, Pards. I got paired with a guy who hits it about 340 yards. He's like a +3. He's trying to qualify for the U.S. Open, and it was a scramble, so we were hitting like little flip wedges into every green. It's just crazy. It's a different game with those guys.
Yeah.
Like they hit it, and the ball goes about 200 yards before it starts going up. It's crazy.
And they hit it so high.
Yeah, it's insane. It's fun to watch. We didn't use too many of my drives in that scramble, Pards, if believe it or not.
Yeah, because even if your guy just smash hooks it, but you're out there 280, you're better off just bunting it in front of the green than having to hit full.
Yeah, of course.
Irons. Goddamn gosh.
I hit one about as good as I could, and he was about 65 yards in front of me. I'm like, oh, what do you do? What are you going to do?
It is. It's a different game, isn't it?
Totally is.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Kristen of Luxury Travel Advisors, a husband and wife team.
Dreaming of your next unforgettable getaway? Let us turn those dreams into reality. From magical Disney vacations and luxury cruises to all-inclusive escapes, world-class golf retreats.
And once-in-a-lifetime adventures, we handle every detail so you can simply enjoy the journey. Personalized service, expert planning, and stress-free travel from start to finish. Your next escape starts here.
Contact us today and let your extraordinary vacations begin.
What are we talking about this week with the Addicted to DVC podcast, episode number 93?
We are going to talk about a couple of my cash stays and compare and contrast to Disney Vacation Club.
I really like that. So, can I tell you a quick joke that I heard the other day that made me laugh? All right, I'm going to tell you a joke. It's a real cheesy joke.
All right, let me get my hand on.
Yeah, get ready for the boom.
Okay.
Guy gets pulled over by the cops. he says, "You're going a little fast there. What's your name?" He says, "It's David." He says, "Oh, do you have a stutter?" He says, "No, my dad did, and the person who wrote the birth certificate was an idiot." Bew.
Oh, I finally got that one.
That's not a great joke,
That's
but you
real bad.
did your stutter, and I had to tell the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably more appropriate.
You like that one, don't you?
That's definitely more appropriate. Yeah, so you've been doing some cash stays,
I have.
and does it make you feel dirty as a DVC owner to be staying in these moderates and paying cash out of pocket for these rooms? Like, what's the mentality? First off, what goes through your
These
head?
these were all last minute trips. It was,
Yes.
oh, this band's coming. Oh, this is coming. So they were last minute, and I could not get anything up there. And I'm not going to get, obviously, a 2-bedroom at 49 points at Old Key West.
Right.
So I was able to get you just monkey around between the Florida resident discount, the annual pass holder discount.
Just see what you can get. Yeah.
Yeah, just bounce it around to see what deals you can get.
So what'd you end up doing? I mean, we've heard about it a little bit on our WDW Beyond the Gates podcast, but why don't you
So
tell
my
the
first
fine
day
folks
was
here?
at Caribbean Beach. I went up there solo to go see Hippie Guy, and then I went on that cruise tour.
Oh, the ship tour, yes.
Disney Treasure. I went on the ship inspection, as they call it. So I stayed at Caribbean Beach in a dual queen room in the Aruba section.
Okay.
Paid high twos for that.
Okay, so almost $300 for that
Yep.
one.
Yeah, we'll say 3, and then we did another one that was about $319 when we stayed at Coronado Springs in the
That was in
tower.
the tower, though, right?
Yep.
And the tower is generally more expensive than the.
It is. It's than the casitas and their other
casitas,
buildings.
yeah.
That is correct. And then last week we did Caribbean Beach again. We got the King Room.
How much was that one?
I believe it was $319.
Okay. So you got 3 nights, and you basically paid a year of dues.
Almost, yeah.
Or about half a year, about 6 months of dues, yeah. Because I know my dues are about $2,000 for the year.
Okay.
I'm assuming yours are probably close to the same.
Yeah, because if they're just say 8.5 at 100, it would be $850, and then have that. So you're looking at $1,200. So $2,400 or so. Would you say?
Yeah.
Just being conservative, some are 25. I think mine are like $2,650. So.
Yeah, I mean, so that just goes to show you like a lot of the value that you get out of DVC. I know there's a big investment up front, of course, especially if you're paying cash. Well, even if you finance, it's a big investment. But you pay those dues, and you're able. If you did all studios parts with your 300 points, you could get what 12, 15 nights probably if you really worked it.
Oh, sure, easy, yeah.
And you spent over $1,000 on 3 nights at a moderate.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at all the taxes. That's where they're really whacking you.
Oh,
you got the $319, then you click to pay, and then you're at $375. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, like, what is it? I haven't stayed cash since I've been DVC. And obviously I remember, and I'm not trying to like poo-poo it. I don't think there's anything wrong with the cash stay. We joke about it a lot on this show and the other about, the All-Stars and stuff. All the hotels at Disney are good. I'm not trying to say any of them are bad or I wouldn't want to stay there. I'd love to stay at Pop Century. I like Pop Century a lot. Caribbean Beach is great. I love Port Orleans. Like, you always talk about if Coronado ever became DVC, you'd be all over it. If Port Orleans became DVC, I would love it. That being said, like, what do you feel is the biggest difference in staying at when you do a cash stay as opposed to a DVC stay? Like, what are some of the biggest things that jump out at you?
Just the accommodations mainly.
Yeah.
Um, it's hard because we've been spoiled over the past few years, you and I both. And I don't know, it's hard. It's hard. For me, it's the balcony. That's the biggest game breaker.
Yeah, that's such a nice thing. I mean, granted, you're paying cash and you're staying at moderates, so you're not getting the balcony anymore at that point.
Right.
So that is a huge difference, that part of it. But the moderate cash between a deluxe or a DVC villa obviously is huge. I mean, we talk about it, and we probably don't even talk about it enough, the advantages of DVC. I think with our audience and, almost 100 episodes that we've done of this show, people probably know where we stand, but I don't think we talk about it enough, just about the flexibility of the DVC, staying in the one bedrooms or a studio or a duo studio where you try to get those for cheap points once in a while on your Riviera. Having a full kitchen, having the washer dryer, just the different things you can do with the points that you have, and just how nice it is to have those options. And obviously you can always pay cash for any of these things. If you want to stay in a treehouse, you could pay cash for it. If you want to stay in a grand villa, you could pay cash for it. I feel like they're cost prohibitive at that point, something I wouldn't do, but it's possible. You and I are in the same boat. If I was ever paying cash again, I'm not going to pay for a deluxe. I just can't justify how much it is.
There's absolutely no way. And I'll tell you, we went up mainly this weekend just for the concerts. When you can hear all about that review on our WDW Beyond the Gates podcast. But, I was looking, man, they had some really good deals. And Beach Club was $480. Yacht Club was $490. Now you're doing, is it for $150? And I'm like, you know what? $320 alone is too much to be paying out of pocket.
It's a
lot of money,
especially because you're not really using the room or the resort.
We really aren't.
Yeah.
No, not in that situation. It's true when they talk about, it's just a pillow to lay your head down on. And it's funny. We'll get into. We were at Banana Cabana, and there was a husband and wife sitting next to us. So we were talking to them. They were from Augusta, Georgia. Said, yeah, I heard they had a golf tournament up there a couple of weeks ago. And then so they come down here all the time. They said their kids are grown. They're in their 20s, so they kind of do their own thing. And I said, how often do you come down? They said, about once a month. We come down, kind of like Danny Matherin. They come down once a month for a weekend.
Yeah.
And I said, where do you normally stay? Well, we Caribbean Beach we like, but we don't like to pay all that money because we'd just rather stay at the All Stars or Pop because it's just a pillow to lay your head down on. And I'm like, guys, I'm not a DVC salesperson, but you guys haven't looked at DVC. I said, for the amount of time that you come down here, I said, go buy a cheap contract, on the resale market. And the guy said, yeah, we've gone back and forth, but my problem is the annual dues because Disney can really screw you. I said, no, they actually can't. By law, they can only go up 5, 6, 7% or whatever the law states. So they can't all of a sudden just double their dues next year. I said, so yeah, every the what do they call that? The something of 7 where you double every 7 years.
Right. Yeah.
You know that rule, the rule of 7, I think it's actually called. I said, yeah, the dues are probably going to triple or quadruple in your lifetime, but they keep up pretty much with inflation. Like I haven't been stunned by my statement at the end of the year. I said, but I think you'd really save a lot of money if you got just a contract, and especially if you're going to the parks all the time. So you don't care if you're just going to jump on a bus and go to the Magic Kingdom, get a Saratoga Springs contract.
Yeah, Old Key
and
West.
Go take the bus over there and spend the entire day over there. You're not worried about, your transportation if that's where you're going to be all day. We worry about transportation because we like to bounce around and go back to the resort and swim and
Well,
go
they're
back at
probably
night or what
driving
have
down
you.
if they're going
Yeah,
down
that's
that
true.
often.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is Banana Cabana, by the way?
It's so good.
Yeah, you like that bar, don't
I
you?
love that place. They have their chicken wings are just as good, if not better, than the ones over at Wilderness Lodge.
Oh, Geyser Point, yeah.
And surprisingly, it's a lot. It's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It's quiet over there. There were only about 7 of us at the bar, so it was 50% occupancy when we were there. Again, they close at 10 o'clock. I don't understand that. I
I
just don't.
still don't get it. Yeah, because they it's not like they close at 10 because there's no one there. They close at 10 and they have to kick people out.
You know why they closed? They told me at Banana Cabana because that's what time the restaurant closes.
Oh, so they don't have access to the kitchen at that point.
They share the same liquor license.
Oh, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That makes a lot of sense now.
It does, but it used to be open. Well, not that one, but they used to have bars open later.
Yeah, so get a separate liquor license, right?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know how that works, but they said that they had to close because Sebastian's closes.
I mean, at least that's a reason. I'm not saying it's a good reason. When you're Walt Disney World, you've got to have bars open till midnight at the hotels. Just seems like such a no-brainer.
I mean, there was another guy. He was sitting there, and he was from Massachusetts, and he was a school teacher. He taught special ed. So I could see he kept like looking, nodding his head. So he was listening to our conversation. So I invited him into our conversations, and we were going back and forth, blah blah blah. And then I said, "When is last call?" They said, "Right up until 10." I said, "So I can order a beer at 9:59." The guy's like, "Yeah." The guy's like, "You guys close at 10?" He's like, "Yeah." So what are we gonna do after this? Because he had put his girlfriend to bed, and he's like, "I don't want to go back." He's like, "I don't want to put the TV on while I got nothing to do." I'm like, "Well, I got vodka tonics up in my room if you want to hang out in the hammocks."
Yeah.
And we decided against that. But you're right. I mean, his wife's in bed. Your wife, if she goes to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock, and you're like, I want to go down and get a drink, and you can't. I mean, it's already closed by that time,
Right, exactly. It's
like
crazy.
you get the kids and your wife to bed. You're like, I'm gonna go down and have a cocktail and just chill. No, that's not an option.
Not gonna happen. Yeah. So what do you like? Obviously, the cash stays. You would have preferred to book a studio with your points,
Sure, yeah.
even not using it, even knowing you're just going to be at the parks the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I would just like to have those FU points just for those last minutes.
Well, the last minutes aren't always available for you, though. The problem,
That's a problem.
Yeah, because even Saratoga and Old Key West, you can't always get it within the week.
No, you're right. It's hard.
I think the holding really hurts that.
Yes.
Because people will modify before 30 days so they don't have their points go into holding. So if you don't know within the month,
if everybody's in that holding period,
yeah, it limits your options quite a bit. But no, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a cash day. And a lot of DVC owners I know will book a cash room the first night upon arrival. So they have a place to lay their head if they get in late, and then move over to their DVC accommodations the next day.
Right.
Obviously, that's not something you would do as a local. It doesn't make any sense for you to do that.
Right.
But I wonder, would you do, and you have done, you'll do cash out in California if you go out there.
Yeah.
So I could see it.
Yeah, we were just looking at maybe going in May out there, and my travel advisor rate was at the Grand Cal was, I want to say, in the 3s.
It's not bad.
And to be quite honest, it's probably not worth the contract.
Well, if you can get that rate, I mean, you're in a different situation.
But I mean, if I'm going for 3 days and say on the high end it's $1,300, and I go every other year, I mean those are basically my dues right there too.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
But it's just something just so sexy about having a Grand Cal contract.
I think you would get more value out of a sleep around Saratoga than you do out of a Grand Cal.
I agree, but however, the wife is upset about that contract. Actually upset.
Which one?
The Grand Cal.
Oh, that it didn't happen.
She said, "Why are you still looking? What are you looking at?" I said, "Sleep around point." I said, "I'm looking for the perfect contract." She said, "You had the perfect contract and you didn't jump on it." I'm like, so that's the next one, Parts.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it.
I mean, if you're looking at Boardwalk and the wife says, "You know what? I'm on board for a third contract, but it has to be at Bay Lake Tower," you're gonna say, "Fine."
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Now, speaking of other
Okay.
contracts, you said
Mm.
basically you were going to propose next week.
Yeah, that's true.
So have you thought about how you're going to bring this up, or
Not really.
where you're going to do it? Is it going to be at a nice restaurant? Like how you going to propose to her?
I think you got to do it like at the pool, right? Like you're chilling, or maybe when you're out on the balcony having your morning coffee. Be like, wouldn't you like to do this 2 or 3 times a year? Get away for the weekend. We need.
Oh,
some
you're
more
talking
points.
just the two of you.
Yeah, you kind of
Yep.
butter that bread, right?
You got no weasels.
Mm-hmm. But then as the girls get older, we might need 2 bedrooms. They want to bring a friend. We want the full living
I
room.
think you're definitely going to want the 2 bedrooms with the girls because they're not going to want to be splitting space in a 1 bedroom. That's kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, not in like 3 years from now, 4 years
And
from
for
now.
the extra 11 or 12 points, for them to have their own separate, especially as they get older and they can go off on their own. And if they want to go to the parks and you guys
Yeah.
want to just hang out by the pool. Not that you need a 2-bedroom for that, but I'm just saying they
No, I
can
get
come
it. No,
back or you can.
yeah. Yeah, I think my biggest stumbling block is going to be that the resale market is not great right now.
It's bad. I haven't even really been looking at it. It's pretty bad, isn't it?
There's not a lot out there. There's not a lot out there, and they're coming in at low stars. I
Mhm.
used to get, like, at the beginning of the year when they redo the dues,
Yeah.
I would get 3, 4, 5 emails a day. Now I might get once a week if I'm lucky.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll go just June use year.
Mm-hmm.
Because you and I both check the same contracts. I have five on my hit list. You have whatever
Yeah.
on your hit list, just that you're looking at, not necessarily buying. There's been times where I've gone 3 stars and above, June use year, and I'm seeing 5 contracts
Yeah, nothing.
throughout the entire portfolio. It's crazy, isn't it?
It's bad right now. It's real bad. There's not a lot out there. You're seeing it's a lot of 1 stars coming across. 116 for a Saratoga. That's crazy. That's 25 points too high, probably. Dollars too high.
I saw one. It was a really good one. I don't know if I sent it to you. It was a 160
Mm-hmm.
with 320 coming this June.
Oh, I like the
for
double.
for $99.
That's a good contract.
There were
With the
2 of
double
those too, so you can tell that the people bought,
They did it
320
twice,
and
yeah.
divided them in 2. But that was still only a 3-pointer. And I'm still not desperate if I can see a good 5-point. I kind of wish I jumped on that Boulder Ridge when I was staying there. There was a little like 100 or 130 pointer that was a 5-star. It was in the high 80s, low 90s. It was a really, really nice contract.
I could see you as a Boulder Ridge owner. That's a good property to have.
I'm
isn't
telling
it?
you, after staying there, that is, I told Kristen that's going to be one of your top. It's quiet.
It's so nice. It's so nice.
God, it's just so quiet.
Yeah, like one of the downfalls of it, which doesn't really apply to us, there's no 3-bedroom villas. Who cares? There's plenty of 1-bedrooms, which is what we look at. The rooms are gorgeous. That separate building is nice. The pool there, the Boulder Ridge pool is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
At just everything. It's connected to everything. It's so close to the main building. It's a really good property. I could see, and plus it's got that 2042, which you like a lot. You like the short contract.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. Sure, absolutely.
So I could definitely see that being high on your list. What is now? Is there ever a chance? I guess going back to paying cash,
Mm-hmm.
is there a scenario you could see where you had a room available with points where you would pay cash? Like,
Yeah,
what's the break even price for you?
like if I'm looking at, especially weekends are more expensive,
Sure.
and you're looking at 20 points for a studio. So what is that? Basically a $400 value.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, I don't want to start getting into 20, 22 points just for, like you said, even if you're not using it. I would hate to use 20 points at Riviera if I'm not going to be staying there.
Yeah, yeah, especially that.
Although I'll tell you what, I kept refreshing that page, just praying that one of those tower studios opened up, because that is the perfect room
Yeah, it
for
really is a
a
concert.
flower. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely, it is. You're right. So basically, if it's under in the 350s and the studio
Yeah.
is in the 20s, you're thinking like it might be worth it doing the cash and saving the points,
Yeah. But it's
even if
also
there
about
was a room available.
yeah, it's also about location, because I really didn't want to stay at Saratoga, knowing that I was just going to be in the International Gateway 98% of my time.
Well, that's why Caribbean Beach is so nice because you can take the Skyline over.
That's
Yeah.
exactly why we picked it. And price wise, it was like $70 more than Pop. I think Caribbean Beach, just to have Banana Cabana and to be on the sky. Not that Pop isn't on the Skyway, Pop is on the Skyliner, but just not having to take a transfer over to Pop Century,
Yeah.
being close to Riviera. I just think it's worth it.
Yeah, for one night, I could see that. If you're staying 5 or 6 nights, it probably
Might not be
saves you
able to.
$300, yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, those rooms are so much more spacious, especially having that king bed. So they just have a king bed with no pull downs.
Oh, and
So
they don't even have that option in Pop.
right. So
Yeah.
we had so much more space. It
That's nice.
honestly felt like a deluxe when we were in there. It was a good size room.
That's nice. Caribbean Beach is a nice property. I mean, it's close to your loved Riviera, which is a benefit for you, obviously.
Absolutely.
There's a lot to like about it. The Skyliner is such an asset. Such an
It's
asset.
so nice. It's so nice.
I mean, the difference between Pop Century and All Stars was already enormous, but when they built the Skyliner, it just solidified it. Like, you could charge, I don't know. I would easily pay $100 more a night for Pop over the
That
All
is
Stars. Yeah.
exactly the number I was thinking was 100. If you go on, what do you go usually? 9, 10 nights?
Yeah, let's say 7 just for week's sake. Yeah.
Is it worth $700
For the
to be on
Skyliner?
that
Yes.
Skyliner?
Yes,
Oh my god.
absolutely.
Oh,
And plus, I just like it better too. The property's better.
I like it so
The
much
food
better.
court's a little better. The gift shop's better. The rooms are the same. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
and
the
say
rooms are exactly the same.
Yeah. I like the vibes at Pop better for sure. Yeah,
And I
for
like
100
access
bucks.
to Art of Animation and access to
Mhm.
Caribbean Beach and access to Riviera and also access to all the Crescent Lake resorts. So you can,
Of course, yeah.
if you're getting tired of the food courts, you can go over and get a burger at the Dolphin, or you can go over to
Boardwalk Deli and get that
Boardwalk
beautiful,
Deli. Yeah, million different
beautiful
places to
sandwich.
grab
Yeah.
something. That beautiful sandwich. Oh my god! Now I'm
That thing's
craving that. What is it?
That
The
thing's so good.
Reuben.
The pastrami Reuben, yeah.
Oh, that's so good, isn't it? With a bowl of tomato soup when it's 116 degrees around Crescent Lake. Oh, it's so good.
You know what's funny, Junior? Today we were talking about it was cold today. We had a softball tournament day, and it's like 49 degrees and raining.
Nice,
And she
nice.
said, "Yeah, I know, in May." And she said she wanted to get ice cream after, and her coach was like, "You want ice cream today? It's cold." And she said, "Well, cousin Mike eats soup when it's 100 degrees in Florida every day."
Yeah,
I said, he does. I said, "He's a dope, though." So,
that's a little strong, wouldn't you say?
I mean, I think that's fair. They've met you.
It's yeah,
think
it
that's a
is
fair
fair. I
assessment.
said, but it's harsh.
A little harsh. But yeah, you'll come up in conversation once in a while.
Oh, do I?
Just once in a while. Nothing bad. Never bad. They like you. They don't know enough to not like you yet. They're big fans of Cousin Mike.
No, that's so good to hear.
Yeah.
Because they've already passed my maturity level years ago. So.
Oh, by far. I think the first time we visited you when Junior was still in diapers, she was already past your maturity level. She hadn't even started talking yet. Yeah.
Yeah, and she had a better vocabulary.
Yeah, that's also true.
You want me to?
That's the best when you just keep hitting it. I love that.
He did one. Paul did one the other day because I told you when I put on my Samsung TV, it goes to Samsung Street, whatever their thing is.
Oh, yeah.
It's Dave Letterman TV. Do you remember the ones that there was like no up or down? It was just a boo. Like it didn't go boo. It was just boo.
Yeah.
The straight one always made me laugh. Like you tell like some like sexual joke that anybody under 15 didn't understand, but the 18s and above understood.
Yeah.
Boo.
It's so dumb, isn't it?
It's the stupidest thing.
I love it. Anything else you want to discuss about the cash side of DVC?
No, just that I do see value. I definitely see value in paying cash and not having Disney Vacation Club. I don't think Disney Vacation Club is for everybody, as you'd agree, but it is painful having to pull out the credit card.
Yeah, I mean, for families like mine, where now like we're spoiled staying at deluxes, I would never book 8 nights at Animal Kingdom in a 1-bedroom if I had to pay cash for it, because it would cost me what, $4,000?
Yeah, and then
$5,000?
you look at what, and then on top of that, park tickets, dinner, that you're looking at $10,000.
Yeah.
You guys could do so much more.
Well, I just wouldn't spend
$10,000.
it. I
Right.
just wouldn't spend it. Yeah, on a vacation. So there's that part of it. And so when we did go, we'd be staying at Pop Century in a studio, smaller rooms, all that stuff. We'd still have a good time, have the Skyliner, but it's still a lot of money. What,
It
Pop
certainly
Century
is.
what,
It certainly
$250 a
is.
night now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be able to get a Florida resident at times for $89, $99.
I know.
You remember early when we first moved here, how often I would go up just for an overnight because I got it for $100 and I had the annual passes? It was great.
Yeah, of course.
I think we all have limits in our head that we are not paying over a certain price for a hotel. And a lot of their resorts have hit that threshold, I think, especially the values.
Yeah, I don't think I could pay above $300 is a lot. I feel like that's like a high amount for me. Which is crazy because when you stay DVC, you're staying in $700, $800, $900 rooms. But I just wouldn't feel the value. Like, if I get to that much, I'm probably honestly looking at an Airbnb or a Vrbo or something. Because if I'm paying close to $300 a night for Pop Century, I could say I can get a 2-bedroom house for that same price, 5 minutes off property.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely changes the equation. DVC has fixed that problem for me. And like I said, it's not for everybody.
Yep.
But if you use it the right way, it can be a great value. I don't really have anything else to add here if you want to wrap things up.
I'll wrap things up. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at DVC Addicts. Email the show, info@addictedtodvc.com, and join our Facebook group, DVC Addicts. For my cousin and co-host Gary in Rhode Island, I'm Mike in Florida. Thanks for listening. We'll talk again next week.
Thank you for listening to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. We want to hear from you. Email us at info@addictedtodvc.com and follow us on all socials at DVC Addicts. We appreciate you being a part of our DVC community, and we'll see you again on our next episode. Thanks again for listening, and welcome home.